Assalamu alaikum grade 8th. I'm your science teacher. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So today, first of all, we will discuss the chapters that we will learn in this term. In the first term, there are totally 12 chapters, and in first terms there are only 4 chapters that we will learn. Okay, so this is first chapter. By watching the picture, what's coming in your mind? That there is a meat, there are lots of drinks, spices, there are green vegetables, and the name of the chapter is food and digestion. It means this chapter is totally about food and digestion, that how we take the food, why we take the food, and how it will be digested, and what happened to the food that is not digested. And these all the things we will discuss in this chapter. Okay, so let's move towards our first chapter. Nutrients in food. That whatever we take, whatever the food we are taking, which ingredients, which nutrients are found in it, we will discuss. And in the food there are the contents like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, fiber, vitamins, minerals, water. In this chapter we will learn that in which food these types of nutrients are found, and how much quantity of that food we should take. Is it healthy to take too much food, or is it healthy to take too little food, and what is balanced diet, we will all learn in this chapter. So from here we will start. Like, do you feel hungry looking at the different types of the food in the photograph on the previous page? As you have seen in the first page, did you feel hungry by watching that? Obviously, if you are hungry, so you will feel hungry at that time. So feeling hungry is a sign that bodies need food. Whenever you feel hungry, it means you need some food, you need some energy to do work. Okay, so our bodies depend on food to giving us energy to move around and carry out different life processes. Life processes means the working of the life, the household's work, everything, whatever we do, that we do by the energy, and that energy is obtained from the food. Okay, so what does the food provide? Food हमें provide क्या करता है? Energy to do work and carry out the vital function in our bodies. So it provides us energy to do different tasks and different functions that is performed by our body. The materials needed for the growth of new cells. Every time that old cells are becoming dead, and the new cells are growing in our body, so these cells need the food. Okay, and substances that our body need for health and resisting disease. So the immune system of our body will not be good if we are taking good and healthy food. So it will improve our immune system, and we can resist from the diseases, we can fight with the diseases if we are taking good food. Okay, now food stores energy and contains nutrients which are essential to our body. Essential means these are important for our body, and these nutrients are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, fibers, vitamins, minerals, and water. Okay, so most types of food contain a mix of different nutrients. Like whatever we are taking, it is sometime we are taking the mix of these nutrients, or sometime we are taking the saturation of a single nutrient. Okay, an important constituent of our life, our daily life and daily food, is carbohydrates, which we consume, which we take in the form of starch. Starch is high calorie food that converts into sugar during digestion. Starch also produced by all green plants as an energy store. So carbohydrates supply our bodies with most of the energy that we need. Carbohydrates are compounds made up of elements like carbon, हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन। ओके, ये 3 एलिमेंट से मिलकर बनता है, कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन से। एंड कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स इंक्लूड शुगर एंड कॉम्प्लेक्स हाइड्रेट्स, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स। सो शुगर, like simple sugar which is present in glucose, fructose, and complex sugars such as lactose from milk, maltose and sucrose that is present in sugarcane. Okay, and highly complex carbohydrates are cellulose and starch. Cellulose which make up the plant cell wall, and starch is present in the food that we will discuss here. Okay, now we will see the starch is found in food such as rice, potatoes, bread, cereals, noodles, yam. Yam is shakarkandi that we eat, and cassava. Cassava is starch tuberous that is being taken by the tropical areas like in America. In these areas that is being eaten, and beans and grains. Okay, these all the foods that contain starch, which is complex carbohydrates. Okay, that gives lots of energy. It's not good to take starch as much. Okay, now here we have many pictures from different countries, like this is a western meal, a Malay meal, Chinese meal, Indian meal, Italian meal. So you will judge from here that which meal is having lots of carbohydrates. Okay, after that you will judge that how much carbohydrates you are taking in your meal. All right, on the next page you will have a testing for starch, that how we can judge either starch is present in some food or not. Okay, so for that purpose we used iodine solution. Iodine solution is like that, orange iodine solution. Whenever we put this solution in any of the food, if it is turned into blue black, like the color will be changed like this, so it means starch is present in that food. Okay, let's watch a video. I will explain it for you that how we can test for the starch. Okay, here we have 4 things: potatoes, rice, these are sugar cubes, and this is salt. Okay, and this is iodine solution. As we will put iodine solution on these, now we will see the result. Let's see. So now we are going to put this iodine on these 4 things. First of all, I will show you the color, that this is having orange color if it is separately being washed. And now we are going to put it on rice. You can see the color is totally changed into blue and black color, and on potato also it turns into bluish black color. Okay, now if we put it on sugar, it is not changing any color, and on salt it also remains the same. So it means in sugar or in salt there is no starch, and in potatoes and rice there is the presence of starch that turns the iodine solution into blue black color. Okay, got it? Now moves towards sugars. So as we know that we eat many things that is having sugars, like cakes, candies, chocolates, drinks. Many things are having the sugars, but naturally it is found in the fruits, sugarcane and milk. Okay, and the sugar that is obtained from the sugarcane, that is used to make chocolates, candies, cakes and soft drinks. And refined sugar is also being used to making the soft drinks, that is providing lots of energy. And but it's not advisable to take as much, because it's a carbohydrate, and excess carbohydrates in the body are converted by the body to fats and stored, which is not good for the health. Now testing for the glucose. How we can test it? We can test it by having the Benedict solution. Benedict solution is light blue in color. Whenever we add Benedict solution with glucose, it will turn into the orange red precipitate. Okay, so let's see a video that will make you more clear. Here we are going to test that either glucose whenever it will be mixed with the Benedict solution, either it will be turned into the red orange precipitate or not. Okay, now we will take three solutions. One is maltose, the other one is glucose, and the third one is, you can see it's glucose. It's glycine. We are taking it in the test tubes. 1 milliliter of each of the content. Now we are having Benedict solution, which is light blue in color. So we will add maltose. We will add Benedict solution in maltose, glycine, and glucose. Okay, and we will shake them and put it in the boiling water for 3 minutes. Now you can see that the mixture of glucose and Benedict solution is turned into orange red precipitate. This is maltose and this is glycine, which is not even turned into any other color. Okay, now is it clear that how we can test for a glucose?